Okay, this is just a brief summary of my 2021 investment letter. And with it, I provide my thoughts on the markets and the outlook into 2021. I am making one large assumption at the outset, and that is that social distancing, or at least constraints on social distancing, pretty much go away by the summer of this year. And that's really due to a combination of vaccine penetration, by herd immunity, as you know, we're having this big wave right now that's developing some herd immunity, and then warmer temperatures, which will help also. So combine those things, and I think that psychologically it's going to feel really good and put consumers in a mood to celebrate, and I think that'll be all around the world that will see that. There's been tremendous savings on the part of consumers as well as businesses, so that will be unleashed onto the economy, and is likely to see people rushing out and basically doing what they haven't been able to do, what's been restricted of them. Actually, I think 2021 is going to feel a lot better for people than it is for the markets, because the markets have already had a pretty good run, especially if you look at domestic large cap stocks and parts of the bond market. So what I'm suggesting is that investors start to look in places where there's been less celebration, where the market hasn't gotten there yet. And that would include small caps, it would include cyclicals, it would include international stocks, as well as bonds with exposure to credit risk. I know that diversification, which is what this implies, hasn't worked that well for investors over the last year or so. But if you think about it, the arrival of the COVID-19 really created a very narrow market leadership. So wouldn't it make sense that the departure of COVID-19 would have the opposite effect? Also, it's important to note we're at the beginning of a new economic and bull market cycle. That's when one generally wants to be fully invested with a bias toward risk assets. Will we get the kind of returns that we got in the last cycle? Probably not. But I still think risk assets are going to produce returns that would be better than the zero that you're getting from holding cash. Lots more to be found within my investment letter, and you can find that on the Touchstone Investments website. With that, I would like to wish you all a safe, healthy, and prosperous new year.
This commentary is for informational purposes only and should not be used or construed as an offer to sell, a solicitation of an offer to buy, or a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any security. Investing in an index is not possible. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal and fluctuation of value. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Please consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of a fund carefully before investing. The prospectus and the summary prospectus contain this and other information about the funds. To obtain a prospectus or a summary prospectus, contact your financial professional or download and or request one at touchstoneinvestments.com/literature center or call Touchstone at 800-638-8194. Please read the prospectus and or summary prospectus carefully before investing. Touchstone funds are distributed by Touchstone Securities, Inc., a registered broker-dealer and member FINRA and SIPC, a member of Western and Southern Financial Group. Copyright 2020, Touchstone Securities, Inc.